I'm getting it worked on right now.
Okay,
I
believe we have it. So yeah, Nebraska is getting a first down inside the opponent's 40 at a very similar rate to Illinois, Oregon, Texas, Penn State, Army. More than Ohio State, Alabama, Boise State, Kansas State. Okay, so they're doing a pretty good job of moving the ball. Problem is, Strick, once they get inside the 40, they are bottom third, maybe even bottom quarter in the country at actually capitalizing. They're only scoring 3 points per first down inside the opponent 40. Your leader in that stat is Army, who's at 5.5. But Nebraska, in terms of power conference teams, is in line with Auburn, bad offense, Kentucky, bad offense, and only slightly ahead, only half a point ahead, in fact, of Northwestern and Utah. So yeah, inside the red zone's a problem, but even inside once Nebraska crosses midfield, right, between the opponent's 25 and the opponent's 40, that seems to be where Nebraska has that holding penalty, that false start that puts them behind the chains. And then in the red zone, lack of creativity potentially, lack of straight ahead run blocking potentially vision from running backs, right? There's a lot of issues for this offense, which makes it even more frustrating that Nebraska can start drives off pretty well and move the ball, but not paying them off in points is what cost them against Ohio State. How does it get better?
I mean, you've got to be able to use your big receivers, I think. You've got to be able to use that. But again, there's no creativity. There's no everything is straight line. Everything is easily readable. There's nothing that that I've seen that says, okay, if I'm watching, there's nothing that when I see that play, I'm like, ooh, okay. It's all,
yeah, saw that coming. Yeah, makes sense.
It's all straight line stuff. And it's third down running sometimes with, and it's not even a draw. It's like a straight off tackle. It's like not even a draw, like not even a fake, like you're going back to get the linebackers to loosen up a little bit. It's just straight turn handoff. I'm like, you are not them.
No.
There's no domination in your front line that you can just straight hand off a ball on a 3rd and long situation or 3rd and 6.
No.
I mean, come on, man. It's crazy to me.
So then let's finish the segment with this question. Would you rather see Nebraska score on more explosive plays or see Nebraska get more consistent scoring in the red zone?
Say that again.
Would you rather see Nebraska score more explosive touchdowns or would you rather see Nebraska get more consistent inside the red zone?
I mean, I love the aspect of them having time of possession, moving the ball, staying on schedule. I love all of that. But when you get in the red zone, you've got to put sevens. You've got to be a high proficiency of a proficient team in scoring the ball, right? And if you do that, you're going to be a hell of a team. Like if you were able to move, time of possession, and score, teams are going to be wore out by the time they see you in the second half.
Yeah,
late in the second half.
Should be.
They should be, but you can't score, and it's because I don't think you have any creativity. Like, here's the crazy thing. Who was it? Illinois literally did the same thing to you in the red zone 3 times in a row, just from a different perspective, just from a different formation. They literally did the same. One of them was with a big lineup where it was a check-in lineman. Got you. Next time, it was an inside tight end, but it was the same freaking play.
Yep.
Just a different formation. And then I think it was it might have been a receiver. I can't remember who the last one was, but it was literally 3 times the same play.
Well, they threw to an offensive tackle for a touchdown.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was one of them. Yeah. But they did the same thing, just a different person caught it.
Yeah.
It was the same freaking play. And every time you bit.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen that from Nebraska. Like, I've literally seen Nebraska run the same play. They thought they went from the same formation. that had some success early. And if you're a smart defensive player, you see that formation, you see that route combination, you're on it. And that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even do it from a different formation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Text line is pretty much all in agreement with itself. Get better inside the red zone. They agree with you. I think I probably do too. A long touchdown would be nice. It's been a minute since Nebraska's had one of those, but I think big picture, you're right. Get more consistent in the red zone. Strick, you got to get more consistent on the shootout too. No more of these 50 weeks, right? Either you're in or you're out. You win or you lose. No more splitting, okay? Another week starts now. You feeling good?
I had won 2 or 3 times before I lost. I'm going to get the Mario hat. I'm tired of you
remember what happened last time?
I'm tired of you talking.
0.
I'm going to get the Mario.
0 on Thursday. He's going to get the Mario hat. We need you to call 402-464-5685. 4 for you, 4 for Strick. If you win, you get $30 to our friends at Buffalo Wings and Rings. That's how we'll wrap up Hour 1 of On the Block.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bozin. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and proud to be involved in our community. Property tax relief is important to every family. Last year, I voted for the largest property tax relief package in Nebraska history, and I will continue to advocate for property tax relief. Vote Carolyn Bozin on November 5th. Paid for by Bozin for Legislature.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see partly sunny skies, and it will be windy and warm with the high around 83. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. It'll be windy, too, the low around 53. And tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms likely throughout the day, the high around 61. I'm meteorologist Kyle Plecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Be sure and call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technician will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
Landmark Implement helps you put dirt in its place with increased accuracy and greater speed thanks to the John Deere Smart Grade. This fully integrated 3D grade control system boosts job site productivity and reduces labor costs with fewer passes and less wasted material, meaning more bids won and higher margins. No masts, no cables, just clear views of the job site. Visit your local Landmark Implement today and discover the profit-boosting power of the Smart Grade and experience the Landmark difference.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Eric Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game.
Oh, and Stricky's powered up. He's got the hat on. It's backwards, but he's ready. You feeling confident? Feeling imbibed with power, Stricky?
Feeling good right now. Somebody in trouble. Trouble.
A person in trouble, supposedly. Colin, how are you?
Good. How are you guys doing today?
We are great. Are you familiar with the rules of the game?
Oh yeah, I've taken lunches. I've taken Strick's lunch money before.
Ooh. Okay. I like it. Colin, hold on the line. We'll get Stricky his questions, then we'll get to you. Sound good?
Great.
Okay. Strick, your round of the shootout. Ellie, let's turn on number 1 down there so it doesn't kill my eardrums. A little more. Hey, there we go. All right, Strick's round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He led the Colts in passing last year. Anthony Richardson or Gardner Minshew?
Gardner.
Yep. He was the Colts quarterback after Andrew Luck, Jacoby Brissett or Dan Orlovsky?
Brissett.
Yep. He was the Colts quarterback after Jacoby Brissett, Phillip Rivers or Matt Ryan?
Ryan.
It was Rivers. And he was the last Colts head coach to take the team to the playoffs. Last Colts head coach to take the team to the playoffs.
What's his name? Holiday? Holiday. What's his name?
It was not Holiday. Frank Reich. Frank Reich took the Colts to the wild card round in 2020. All right, Colin, 2 to tie, 3 or more to win. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He led the Colts in receiving last year. Josh Downs or Michael Pittman Jr.?
Pittman.
Yep, he was the Colts quarterback after Phillip Rivers. Carson Wentz or Matt Ryan?
Wentz.
It was Wentz. He led the Colts in rushing last year. Jonathan Taylor or Zach Moss?
Moss.
It was Moss, and he's the most recent Colts head coach to win the Super Bowl.
That was the easiest of them. I knew all of those.
Oh.
Most recent Colts head coach to win the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh, bro. You gave him the easy ones. You're a Colts.
I can't believe it.
Colin, it doesn't matter. You
God.
win. Ellie gives that man his Sounders.
My gosh,
Thank
you gave him
you.
the easy ones. I knew all of those. Wow! You really, you knew I was in the Mario hat, so you wanted to give them the easy ones, huh?
Colin, you win $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings is yours. You take Strick's lunch money yet again.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys. Love the show.
Hey, appreciate it, Colin. Hold on the line. We'll get your information. Stricky, you just got the wrong batch of questions. That's all it was.
Wow.
Not a single texter saying it was rigged, like you're saying. So they know that you were just off today.
Those were the easiest of the questions all day long, bro. I knew every one of those.
Okay, let's see if you know the answer to this question. As of today, how many career games has Anthony Richardson started for the Colts?
7.
10. And it's not enough! And I am ranting when we get back to On the Block. NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bozin. Education is a cornerstone for strong, vibrant communities. I voted for the largest investment in education in Nebraska history. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and understand the valuable role of education in growing our community. This is Carolyn Bozin, and I will continue to support education in the legislature. Vote Carolyn Bozin on November 5th. Paid for by Bozin for Legislature.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop.
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Childcare providers know that little kids are a big responsibility, and you work hard to do your best for the families who depend on you. But help may be available. If you own or work at a childcare program, you may be eligible for Nebraska's School Readiness Tax Credit. Find out if you or your program qualify, because in the work you do for our youngest kids, every dollar counts. Learn more at schoolreadinesstaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation, and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
It takes hard work to make Nebraska the right place to raise a family, build a business, or grow a community. We're counting on working parents to make it happen, and they're counting on childcare professionals to have their backs. Employers and other contributors can earn up to a $100,000 tax credit for strengthening childcare in our communities and state. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three. And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
We're back on the block. Strick here, Austin Orman. I'm not as salty today. I did a little woosah this morning, a little meditation, so I feel pretty good. But I
bring me
I am
along
a little
next
bit
time.
disappointed that Austin kind of left me out there to dry with those easy questions he gave.
Skill issue.
It's unbelievable.
You need more reps.
Yeah, and there's somebody that definitely needs more reps, and then we're going to get into it because we're going to talk Colts talk. It's a little frustration in the air here on the block in the 937 The Ticket Studios right now, and I would say is Rant Tuesday, but we're Taco Tuesday.
It's the Tuesday tirade.
The Tuesday tirade. That's definitely a good way to talk about it because here's what we got going now. You have a team that the Indiana Colts, which is a favorite of my partner here, Austin Orman, and Anthony Richardson, who was injured for a large portion of the previous year, hasn't really played. the speed of the game, sometimes people can make the adjustments. There's a lot to go with it. He does have a good running game for the most part to include himself in that mix. So there's a different style of play that he brings to the table. But where he's struggling is he is 59 for 133 at a 44% clip, not even 1,000 yards. That's a 7-yard average and 159 or 160 yard average per game. That's just not going to win you a lot of football. And to add on the fact that you're looking at 4 TDs and the ratio is not in a 2-to-1. It's not in a favor. It's in the negative. You're almost looking at a -2 at 4 TDs and 7 interceptions. And his his rating is at 57. Now, as a staff, you're looking at a guy who's come in. He's done a great service for you. Moderate completion rate at 66%. He's given you 7 TDs to 1 interception. He's been sacked less, only played a couple of games more, and he's got a QBR that's just about double of what Anthony Richardson is. So there's frustration there because, my partner doesn't want Joe Flocka Flame out there. He wants a little bit more of AR, 15 action.
5.
AR 5.
He's wearing 5 now.
Yeah, that's right. But I always remember him as AR 15.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to know the AR 5 part of him because you take off the 1 and he's struggling. He needs to go back to that.
Magic back.
So anyway, what's your viewpoint on it? How do you feel about it? Why don't you like Flocka Flame? What's going on right now? Where's the rant, the tirade? What's it about?
You ready?
Done.
Okay, let's thank our sponsors, Nebco, Sartor Human Jewelers, Allo, Honda of Lincoln. Stricky, I don't see the big picture in the slightest. What is the big picture plan right here? We don't have a statement from the Colts. Shane Steichen met with the media yesterday, and that's what really set this firestorm off, right? Yes, you had Anthony Richardson with a historically low completion percentage in the first half against Houston. It was bad. And then in the second half, you have him tapping out of the game for a play. Late in the game, the team needs him on the field to make a play. Both really bad looks. Then yesterday's press conference, Shane Steichen says, we are evaluating everything. When asked if Anthony Richardson would be the starter against the Vikings on Sunday, everything is under evaluation. Whew. Oh boy, not exactly a rousing, ringing endorsement of your current starting quarterback. So then there's discourse about that. Are they handling correctly, incorrectly? What's the right way, the wrong way for the Colts to go? Well, then right about noon today, Colts announced that they're benching Anthony Richardson. No explanation, really. I guess it wasn't really announced. It was just reported that they're announced that they're benching Anthony Richardson. And I just want to know why. If they are benching him because of the tapping out incident, fine. Okay, whatever. If he's lost the locker room and he's not ready for the moment, sure, bench him for a game or two, but then he goes right back in. But then say this was an unacceptable look, the proper discipline that the team voted on or thinks is appropriate is that Anthony is not our starter. Joe's going to be the starter against the Vikings. We'll see how this week goes for him. If he responds correctly, then he's our starter moving forward. We don't have anything like that. Then we get to, was it the poor play? You mentioned the numbers there. They're not pretty. They're pretty ugly, in fact. But you follow writers, you listen to talking heads, and a lot of them former NFL quarterbacks saying, yeah, he's got to get more consistent. Yeah, he's still messing up some stuff operationally the last few weeks, but the performance against Houston was not entirely his fault. Aside from one of the worst interceptions you will ever see, which follows one of the worst interceptions you'll ever see a few weeks earlier, he's making some bonehead plays, okay? But I was just listening to Dan Orlovsky on the Rich Eisen show during break. And again, former Colts quarterback, nonetheless, guy whose opinion I respect when it comes to the NFL, said there were at least 6 completions that Anthony Richardson should have had, which would have taken him up to a still not great, but more acceptable 50% completion. And 3 of them at least would have been touchdowns. You put 3 tutties on the board, you put even one more tutty on the board, and that's a win. So despite how poor the box score looks, Anthony Richardson did take a step forward against Houston. Kind of like against Nebraska, Ohio State, right? Wasn't always pretty, Team played better. You can't just judge it by the box score. Okay. So if they're benching him for the bad play, that's a problem in and of itself. It didn't look like he played that poorly. Which brings me just completely full circle.
Can I ask a question within that
pause moment? Okay.
Within that framework. So when you look at a young player that's coming up, even if it is a disciplinary situation as a staff, as an organization, so forth and so on, do you feel it's necessary to do it so that way you don't lose the locker room, meaning that you make it more vocal as opposed to more internal and just do it? Maybe they internally know the reason as to why it has transpired. Do you think as a staff it's better to keep it inside or to be on the outside? Because sometimes you just don't want aired business out. You don't want him to lose more confidence than probably already has. That's probably what you get on the outside. Internally, sitting down inside an office, having a conversation so that there's rapport and understanding as to what we're going to do, why we're going to do it, the time frame on what we're going to do it. How would you view it? And because I know you as a fan is looking at it from the outside in, but you say you're on the inside. How would you view that?
So I think we have a cut from Ryan Kelly. Ellie, do we have that pulled up? Let's play what Ryan Kelly, the Colts center, had to say about the situation. This is how it was handled internally.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a conversation about it, and I think he knows it's not the standard that that he needs to play up to, and the rest of the team holds him to. And I'll kind of leave the conversation that we had at that. But I'm sure he's going to take the criticism for that. It's just rightfully so, right? I mean, it's a tough look. But I'm also he's out there giving it all for his team, right? And it's not always pretty sometimes. An offensive lull the last couple of weeks, just having a hard time getting going at times. I thought we did some good things in the game, but if anybody ever questions how hard he plays, I don't think that that's the case. I mean, if you watch this film, surely, we didn't move the ball effectively at times, but I mean, he's giving it everything for his teammates. So he's young. I'm sure it's a learning moment for him, and leave it at that.
That's how they handled it internally. But guess what? They made it external when they announced today that they were benching him. Give us the reason. Give us the reason. Even if it's not the true reason, put it out there. Say, this is why we're benching him. We think he needs more time. We think he's been playing poorly. It's because of the lack of leadership, whatever it is. They handled it internally, and then they brought eyeballs to it by benching him. That deserves a little bit of explanation. Whether it's before the game, next time the media meets with them next week, I don't know. I don't care. But it brings me back to my
pause, because you can, on the external, a way that you can handle that, even though you may not want to divulge more depth to the information, you could literally just say, yes, we've handled that internally. We have spoken with Anthony. He understands where we come from, and therefore we're still evaluating the situation from here. That way, you've left it out there, you've put it out there, and you can use your own mind to speculate however you want to speculate at that point. But I understand what you're saying. Say something. Don't leave it just
out there.
To the
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Which, again, I would just love to know the rationale for this decision, because the Colts have been on the old, wizened veteran train for a while now, right? I tweeted out that I am more disappointed today than I was when Andrew Luck retired, because, Strick, they just jumped back on the same merry-go-round I thought they jumped off. Andrew Luck retires. Jacoby Brissett, Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan. Then they draft Anthony Richardson. He gets hurt. Okay, that's not their fault. But you have a year of Gardner Minshew, and now Anthony Richardson. I thought the Colts were done meddling at the quarterback position. Evaluate him, right, if he's not good. But he's played 10 games. 10 games.
And they're 4-4. So
and they're 4-4. And to be fair, Anthony Richardson missed some time. Joe Flacco went 1-1 as the starter, but they're 3-3 with Anthony Richardson as the starter. You hire a head coach in Shane Steichen who got the best and the most out of Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl run. Why do you bring in Shane Steichen to be your head coach? Because you're picking at the top of the draft. You're taking a quarterback. You want Steichen to work with him and develop him. Cool. Love it. Love the plan. So let's pick a lane. Pick a lane. None of this in-between crap. Either you're on the Jordan Love plan, the Patrick Mahomes plan, where you're sitting behind a veteran until you know he's ready, or he's playing and you deal with it. This is the same crap that Carolina did to Bryce Young, who showed less than Anthony Richardson has. Pick a lane. If you want to ride the veteran train, fine. Ride the veteran train. Make the playoffs. Be mediocre. Maybe Joe Flacco gets you there this year. but you're still back in the same position you were 6 years ago. You have made no progress. You have not taken one step forward by making this decision. To me, it was never about this year. Maybe Jay and NFL guys would tell you differently, that you have to take every advantage you can to get into the playoffs. Colts are 4-4. They're in the thick of the playoff race. They're second in the AFC South right now. You want to make the playoffs, fine. But I think that's short-sighted, Strick. You can build to so much more. And you knew what you signed up for by drafting this guy.
Yeah.
You knew that he barely started double-digit games in college. You knew that going in. So why are you taking the middle path? You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
You assumed it was going to be rough. You figured this is going to be how it was going to look.
Yeah.
But you're committed to it. Let him play through it. Again, Shane Steichen's a quarterback guy. He's gotten the best out of quarterbacks in Los Angeles with the Chargers, in Philadelphia with the Eagles. And maybe those rosters are better than the Colts. But what the Colts are telling you is they think their roster is good enough to make the playoffs, and that's their focus. Cool. Go 9-8. Sneak in at 8-9, whatever it is. Get blasted in the first round. What did you gain? Nothing, except killing the confidence of your young quarterback. I've bookmarked like 50,000 tweets about this, and I don't even know which direction to go next, right? The NFL is not developing young quarterbacks. Anthony Richardson probably should have stayed in college, gotten more reps, but he would have passed up on $30 million to be a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
Hard to tell a kid to pass up on $35,000 or $35 million. ESPN's writers, the Athletics writers, when asking their Colts team sources about this, we're not quitting on Anthony. That will be the story, but that's not the case. Let me pull up this then from Joel Erickson of the Indianapolis Star. Indianapolis may say that the Colts plan to go back to Richardson when he's ready. In reality, NFL teams have rarely gone back to a young quarterback they've benched. According to an informal study by Indy Star, out of the 74 quarterbacks drafted in the first round since 2000, only 2 were drafted, inserted into the starting lineup, benched, and then restored to the starting lineup. Alex Smith with the San Francisco 49ers and Rex Grossman with the Chicago Bears. 2 out of 74.
Wow.
Are you going to make it 3 out of 75? But if you were going to make it 3 out of 75, why not bench him to begin with? Let him sit and learn. If you thought your roster was this good, you go get the plug-and-play guy. But if you don't think your roster's there, or you want to build for the future, you let it ride with the developmental project. But the Colts did neither. They took the middle road. They didn't sell off enough to let everyone grow together. They didn't buy enough to go all in. They didn't do either one, which tells me they have not learned from the last 6 years of quarterback purgatory.
Yeah.
That's why I'm disappointed. Not just that they're benching Anthony Richardson, not just that he hasn't lived up to big, aspirations and goals in game 10 of his career. It's that there's no plan.
Yeah.
And this feels like Jim Irsay stepping in and saying, I would rather make the playoffs than see this ride out right.
That's what it
Jim
sounds like to me.
Irsay was the one that stepped in and benched Carson Wentz, who was not playing well, but had the Colts on the brink of the playoffs anyways. This was Jim Irsay stepping in and firing Frank Reich, despite not going out and spending in free agency. This is Jim Irsay sticking with Chris Ballard. Chris Ballard has been the general manager of the Colts. I'm trying to go back. I think it's been since like 2015, 2016, maybe 2017. Made the playoffs once or twice. Maybe he's the problem. He drafts well. He doesn't spend in free agency, and he okayed this plan. What's the big picture? I don't know. This is the most frustrated I have been about a Colts team that I'm generally apathetic toward.
Yeah.
I root for them, but right now, Strick, they're 4th on my rooting depth chart.
Wow.
Dylan Raiola plays football on Saturday. Cooper Flagg plays basketball on Monday. Fred Hoiberg coaches basketball on Monday. I'll watch the World Series I don't care about before I watch the Colts.
Wow.
I just want to know the big picture plan. I mean, if you listen to Old School at 4:45 yesterday, you heard DP jump out of the fan portal. I am on the freaking brink of jumping in.
There it is.
I'm upset.
There it is. One quick question, man. I had to let you vent there because I know how it is to be frustrated. I was a little frustrated because you was all Colts and you gave the easy pathway. I think you knew I was bringing out Mario hat, and you was like, "I'm just gonna give you the hard stuff." But no, let's. I really have another thing to talk about because it's another similar thing. because you have the Pittsburgh Steelers that kind of had a similar type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
And they made it very known and very evident the direction that they were going to go. But it looks like there's a resurgence for Russell Wilson, who goes 20 for 28 for almost 300 yards and is balling. It's really opening up. The running game with Najee Harrison is helping them tremendously as well. And he's throwing to everybody. It's not just, a focal point. You're talking about their best receiver in George Pickens is 5 targets, tied with five targets from Van Jefferson. And then Calvin Austin has 4. So you're looking at a balance going to the run. I mean, it's a balance of targeting. They're throwing the ball across the lot, and the defense is the defense. And so it's looking like a ripe combination right now, but they have the 4th toughest schedule going forward from this time on. And if you look at who they're going to face, it's not going to be good. So, how do you feel? Let me just run it off. I mean, their next game is at the Commanders. We know how they're looking right now. Ravens at home, Browns on the road, Bengals on the road, Browns at home, Eagles on the road, Ravens on the road, Chiefs, and then the Bengals again. Boy, look at the schedule that they've got ahead of them. So, let's just, who ends up being the quarterback at the end of the year?
If he stays healthy, it's Russ. And we talked about this on the show a little bit. I mean, that's why Mike Tomlin is highly compensated. And he told you as much in the post-game press conference. He made the move, and it worked out. Good for Mike Tomlin. That's why, he's one of the best coaches in the NFL. Believe that for a while. I think it's more defensible to do what happened in Pittsburgh than what happened in Indianapolis right now, because Pittsburgh's plan was to bring Russell Wilson in to start, and the flyer was on Justin Fields, right?
Mm-hmm.
Russell Wilson got injured with a calf injury, whatever, and okay, well, if that's what you want to do, if you bring in Russell Wilson to be your starter, you say you don't lose your job to injury, fine. I disagreed with the move, but that's why I'm not Mike Tomlin. He made the move that he thought the team needed at the time. It seems like it's worked for him through a couple games. Good for them. Good for them. It works out. I feel bad for Justin Fields, but Justin Fields, I would assume, has more time left in the NFL than Russell Wilson does. So, no, not the decision I would have made in Pittsburgh, but Mike Tomlin pressed the right button. So, hats off to him for it.
There it is. Well, we're going to take a quick break now. We'll come back and we'll re-engage with you guys, as well as a couple more segments left here on the block. 937 The Ticket. We are on the block. Come on back. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
This is State Senator Carolyn Bozin. Public safety is important in our community. I have a proven record of protecting public safety. I have prosecuted perpetrators of domestic violence, advocated for the rights of child abuse victims, held sexual predators accountable, and fought to keep drug traffickers off our streets. This is Senator Carolyn Bozin, and I will continue to fight to keep our community safe. Vote Carolyn Bozin on November 5th. Paid for by Bozin for Legislature.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy and safe Halloween. With all the parents and kids out and about, they encourage drivers to be careful and respectful of trick-or-treaters. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey guys, it's Nick. The high school football playoffs are here, and we're continuing our high school football coverage live from Seacrest Field this Friday as 7-seed Lincoln Southeast hosts number 10 Millard North. Kickoff between the Knights and the Mustangs is slated for 7 p.m. as our pregame coverage starts at 6:50. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday from Seacrest Field as we bring you playoff action between Lincoln Southeast and Millard North right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Childcare providers know that little kids are a big responsibility, and you work hard to do your best for the families who depend on you. But help may be available. If you own or work at a childcare program, you may be eligible for Nebraska's School Readiness Tax Credit. Find out if you or your program qualify, because in the work you do for our youngest kids, every dollar counts. Learn more at schoolreadiness.taxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation, and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see partly sunny skies, and it will be windy and warm with the high around 83. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. It'll be windy too, the low around 53. And tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms are likely throughout the day, the high around 61. I'm meteorologist Kyle Plecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
The spitting incident.
Oh, the spitting incident.
How bad was that? And do he deserve to miss more games?
I think it's despicable to spit on another human
lucky
being.
this guy had a shield on his face. What happened? The guy from Oregon, the receiver.
Yeah, receiver.
Spit in the guy's face from Ohio State. Why did he do that?
Man, you don't spit on a guy.
Back and forth.
You don't spit on a guy. I would never do that again. I said again.
I was going to ask you about that from one spitter to another spitter.
No, come on, guys. Listen, guys.
Years ago.
27 years ago.
Yeah.
Guys. Don't hold that against me.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, we're back here on the block. Thanks, Strick. Thanks, Ellie. I feel at least 3% better. So appreciate you guys. Thank you.
At least you're trending upward.
We're getting there. Stricky, how you feeling about Klay Thompson in Dallas?
Love it. Absolutely love it. I was worried a little bit. Just about a confidence thing. New environment, new place. It seems like he's channeled that frustration into setting his mind for a goal, because he's looking very confident. And I love just the way that they're playing off of each other. Like I told, remember I said that a long time ago. It had to be over a year ago. Remember we were talking about who the type of player I thought that could really advance the opportunities and chances for success for Dallas. I said Klay Thompson.
Yeah, you did. You were consistent on that.
I was very consistent because for me, and I'll tell you how I said it. For me, it was the style that Steve Kerr and they run when you're getting older like that. All of that running, cutting, backdooring, just nonstop, pace-wise, that wears you out.
Yeah.
But with Luka, you're going to get some opportunities like that. Run, you'll get a standstill opportunity, and you're going to get some set opportunities. But their sets are not as much running that they had to do with Golden State. And if you're running certain sets where he could just stand for some time and just square it, that man can still stroke the ball. And you're seeing it. You're seeing it right now happen right before your eyes. Somebody threw out, and I'm going to throw it out to you, Austin, 402-464-5685. I saw this. A gentleman on, I want to say on Instagram, he says, tell me, show me where there was a better backcourt all time than Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Can you name one? Can you name, I'm talking about, I'll throw out a couple. It is not Joe Dumars and Isaiah, because I'm talking about skilled, better. So a skilled with creativity, passing, ability to handle, create your shot, just all of that involved. Now, yes, Joe Dumars was a tremendous backcourt with Isaiah, but Joe Dumars was a scorer at times, but he could play tremendous defense as well. But I'm speaking with the offensive side of things, with their creativity, their handle, their ability to score. And is there another one? Can you tell me? I would say you would probably try to throw out Magic, but you can't, because that's Byron Scott, and no, that don't fit for me. You can't really throw, I mean, you can throw it out there, but I'm talking skilled now, because Stockton and Hornacek were good. They were a good backcourt, but Hornacek was a catch and shoot guy, a little more defense wise. He wasn't really a guy who can just create his own shot. He needed screens and can come off. You could throw out Klay Thompson and
Steph.
No.
Okay.
Because Clay scored 14 or something threes off of just catch and shoot. That's where he thrived.
Yeah, I mean 60 points and like 3 dribbles all game or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's him. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, let's think through this. What about some of those recent Houston Rockets backcourts? Paul and Harden.
Kenny? Oh.
Paul and Harden or Westbrook and Harden.
Interesting.
Just a thought.
Interesting. Okay.
Just a thought. Bob Cousy and Sam Jones.
With Sam, I think Cousy for the time frame was very skilled. Do you consider Sam to be?
I'm just throwing out there options that I see. I'm just trying to throw them out there.
I don't know on a skill wise that you know, I would say Sam was on that level, but okay. I definitely think Cousy was a skilled guard.
The other one that was probably as accomplished, if not as talented, we forget that Steph and Chris Paul shared a backcourt last year.
So you're throwing kind of the hodgepodge throw together, but it does count.
If you're looking at just career accomplishments, I would say that Steph and Chris Paul match up and maybe slightly exceed, but it's pretty close.
I agree.
But in terms of
that's a good one.
What those guys are actually able to do, I take current Luka over last year's Chris Paul by far. And I think Steph and Kyrie do very similar but different things. They do it in different ways.
So Dirty Tony, that wasn't a guard combo. Dirty Tony and the boys on the Starter Hammond text line throws out Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. No, sir. That Kevin Durant's a 3 and Steph is basically a 2.
Well, I mean, KD, when he's playing small, is at the 3. That's a 4.
Right.
Maybe even a 5 sometimes.
That I think the one that Sten on the Starter Hammond text line threw out is one that, because I don't think Ginobili got credit for how good he was in ability to create space, finish, defend, score when he needed to. If you the way you can look at San Antonio is because they're so bland. They're like pasta and spaghetti sauce, but you didn't put any seasoning on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how you look at them, so you can kind of wash over them. But Stan, I think you can make an okay case, not to the level I want, but I could put them up there. I've unnamed texter 8642. I could throw them in there.
But I take both Luka and Kyrie in a draft before I take Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili.
That's a fact.
So yeah, I mean, they can be in the conversation. I'll hear you out on that. But if you set it up as, do you take Luka Doncic or Tony Parker? You take Luka Doncic. And if you set it up as, do you take Kyrie Irving or Manu Ginobili? You probably take Kyrie Irving.
This is why sometimes systems matter.
Big time.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Systems matter. I don't care where you go across. You can go across football too, because Russell Wilson is the same guy.
Right?
Just in a different system.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I said coming in, I think he had a better chance where he was in Pittsburgh than he did in Denver, just because of the style and the system.
Yeah.
I think the system looks more like Seattle because they run the ball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Seattle, he's the beneficiary of really good run, offensive, and great big long ball. Because it's not necessarily that he's pinpoint accuracy with his long ball, but he knows how to throw the long ball to a place where if he's got a good receiver, they can figure out and go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, so I think systems matter.
I think
this
so.
is why.
Well, and that's why
Ginobili and Parker. Yeah.
And that's why I think Parker and Ginobili and then Steph and Clay accomplished more together than Luka and Kyrie have right now. But again, it's year 2.5 of this partnership between Doncic and Irving. Think about how long Steph and Clay were together. Think about how long Parker and Ginobili were together. It's only been a couple years for these two guys. And the only guy in that conversation, Strick, even throw the CP3 and Harden backcourt in there if you want to as well. The only guy I think you consider taking over Luka on a skill-to-skill basis is Steph. Luka's doing stuff at 25 that's reserved for Shaq, Tim Duncan, Larry Bird.
Facts.
We as much as you talk about Luka, deservedly so, the general basketball populace do not know that what Luka is doing is historic right now.
Unnamed texter 0283. I love what you just said there. Unnamed texter 0283 throws this out, and I might have to agree with you, my boy. Yeah, a lot of people don't, and there wasn't a lot of video around to understand that combination right there. Walt Frazier and Earl Monroe. Yeah, boy.
Clyde and Pearl.
People don't know what Pearl was, bro. You know what? We got to save this. Help me to remember that.
Okay.
Because when we get Kenny on, when we get Kenny Anderson, he's a New York guard. He'll be able to break that down. I want him to throw that out as a guard, because hey, listen, I don't know if y'all know it, but Dragan Petrovic, bruh, Kenny and Dragan, I'm talking about skill wise.
Yeah.
Ooh, they was dangerous too. There's just there's a few of them out there, but I want to definitely save this conversation for them. We can move on.
So what's your favorite backcourt in NBA history? Your favorite, whether it's the best or not is up to your interpretation, but your favorite NBA backcourt.
I loved it for the style. And I'm going to say 2. I'm going to say Tim Hardaway and Spree because I just love the way they played. And I'm going to say there's another one on the other side. Mark Jackson and Starks. Just gritty. Mark Jackson was fun to watch. Even when he was in Indiana, fun to watch. I just loved, he could post you up. You know, he can drop down. He wasn't like super athletic. Like it wasn't that he was super athletic, but he knew how to, you know, pat that ball. And I'm trying to think of, is there anybody that Rod Strickland played with? Because I just loved his game. I actually kind of partially mirrored Rod Strickland's style. It was between him and Gary Payton. Those are the two that was my mirrors. And I love their style.
Run TMC.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Mullen played the 3, but man, it's a 3-guard lineup. I mean,
they were fun to watch.
We made it this far without even mentioning Run TMC.
They were fun to watch. They were really fun to watch. I know Dirty Tony throws out Kobe and Derek Fisher. I don't know. I can't put Fish in that category.
It's like throwing out Michael Jordan and Steve Kerr.
Right.
We're not going to do that.
Right. I can't.
We're not going to do that.
Or BJ Armstrong
or Dwayne Wade and Mario Chalmers.
Yeah, that part. No, can't do
that. Not working. I'm trying to think. Was Vince Carter a 2 or a 3?
I think he would probably be considered a 3.
Okay. So Kidd and Carter is out.
No, I mean
Vince played some too.
I think he did play some too, because then because Jefferson was a 3. Or
Richard Jefferson? He was a 4,
no,
wasn't he?
No. It was Kidd and Kittles.
Oh, there you go.
It was Kidd and Kittles.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
No. Keep them rolling in on the text line, 402-464-5685. Maurice Cheeks and Andrew Toney for a favorite.
Hey, yo!
Johnny Mack and Lincoln.
Yo! Johnny Mack, you brought something out, right? Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Mo Cheesy and Andrew. Yeah, they was woo. Yeah, bro. Good call. I love it. Keep them coming.
Who did Spud play with? Who had been in the backcourt with Spud?
Spud was with he was a coach. Doc. I think
not bad.
I think Spud and
not bad.
But but they kind of switched off. I don't know who the 2 was at that time. DP would know. Iverson and Snow, great combination. Snow just couldn't score to save his life unless he was laying the ball up.
Who was Drexler's point guard?
Who was the point guard? Oh, that might have been Rod Strickland. And that might have, wait a minute.
Rod and Clyde?
Wait a minute. I know Rod was there for a minute. Then Kenny went up there.
Yeah.
But I think he had went to Houston when Kenny went up there. Yo, I think Rod was up there when Drex was up there. Wait a minute. You got something there.
We cooking?
You got something if that's the case. We might have to look it up. But I'm pretty sure Rod and Drex played together because I remember they were tough.
But are you taking them over Luka and Kyrie?
Kyrie is Kyrie Rod. Because of freaking Rod.
So then you taking Luka or Clyde?
I have to go with Luka, man.
I do too.
I have to go with Luka.
And that's no disrespect to Clyde.
No disrespect to Clyde, but I would have to go with Luka, unfortunately.
8985 is saying it was Rod Strickland and then Terry Porter.
Oh, it was Terry Porter that was there. Nah, I can't roll if it was Terry Porter and Clyde. It was Terry Porter and Clyde. But I know Rod was there. I just don't know if he was still there with Clyde. Great call. Thank you guys. Man, you guys are on fire. Hey. Good. That
Chauncey and Rip. Chauncey and Rip.
You know something, but just not to that level.
Not that level.
Now, the great team, though. The whole team was really just solid.
Parker and Ginobili or Chauncey and Rip?
Ooh.
If you look at head-to-head, you got to take Parker and Ginobili. But skill for skill, who are you taking?
Big game Chauncey?
What about Rondo and Ray?
Oh, yeah. Skill-wise?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. So we came out with something now.
We got a Lillard and McCollum vote?
Negative. McCollum loses me.
Dang.
I like him though. But no. If he would have showed me something down, like really, really showed me something down in New Orleans, I might have given him the nod, but no.
2382 says, if it wasn't for David Stern, we could have seen prime Chris Paul with Kobe.
Yo! Jesse the plumber. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Peja.
Yes, sir. J. Will and Pager. Yes, sir. Now you got something. I could talk to you about that one. That's something.
I like it.
Steve Nash and who?
Eric Strickland.
No, Steve Nash and Jason Richardson, I think, in Phoenix.
But you lose me at Jason Richardson.
You lose me at Richardson.
I'm trying to think. Who did Steve play with at the end of his career? Because he went.
Hey, it was Jason. It was
Steve
Nash.
and Jason.
It was Nash. No, it was Nash, and it was Nash and Mike Finley.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Mike Finley stretch. Late Phoenix. All Mavs. He was a mother sucker. He would put you in the rim. Like there's times where I look up. I got a couple. I might have to do a flashback Friday and find a video that I dropped a dime to Mike Finley. He puts. Yeah. Damn, we running behind. We gotta get to the crossover.
Let's go to break.
Y'all are
We'll
great.
cross it over. Keep them coming during break. We'll finish out with them too.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
This October, the Bonsall Spooktacular 10 event is back with spooktacular savings all month long. Stop by anytime in October to discover incredible deals, including hot tubs as low as $5,995. That's up to 20% off MSRP. Plus, enjoy 10% off infrared and traditional saunas. Don't miss out on these hauntingly good offers. Visit Bonsall Pool and Spa today. Bonsall Pool and Spa, every day made better at 33rd and Pioneers. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
You have a big investment in your farming operation. Let Landmark Implement help you get the most out of your equipment by investing in pre-season service inspections. Let our John Deere trained and certified technicians provide you with a complete list of repairs that will help your equipment perform better and deliver maximum performance. At Landmark, buy 3 equipment service inspections and get the 4th free. Contact your local Landmark service manager for details and experience the Landmark difference.
Childcare providers know that little kids are a big responsibility, and you work hard to do your best for the families who depend on you. But help may be available. If you own or work at a childcare program, you may be eligible for Nebraska's School Readiness Tax Credit. Find out if you or your program qualify, because in the work you do for our youngest kids, every dollar counts. Learn more at schoolreadinesstaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation, and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in one final time here during On the Block. Strick on the end. I'm Austin. Ellie's on the board. We got a special guest setting up Take Down Tuesdays. That's right. We're launching that today. Coach Manning's on the road. No matter. We got Coach Travell in the building. What's up, Coach?
Glad to be here. It's exciting.
Yeah, we're glad to have you in here. And you know, we're not going to be too long because we know we got to get you over to old school. But a question that I would have is like when you look at the change of the landscape, you know, sometimes a coach like yourself just want to get in there, coach the guys, and you know, get the season through and help them to progress and to become All-Americans and Big Ten, you know, winners and so forth and so on. But now you have to do these extra stuff like NIL and all this different. Like, how does that change the mindset of you in wrestling as a coach, as opposed to just being able to go into the hot box and get the job done?
Yeah, I mean, it's the landscape's changed now. Obviously, for wrestling, it's a little less dramatic. You know, we're not talking millions and millions like football, basketball, but it's still significant. And so you got to play the game a little bit. You know, you got to become a little more of a CEO. I mean, we've always been fundraising, but the money that has always been fundraised for our Olympic hopefuls, like a Jordan Burroughs that stuck with us for 15 years, you know, he trained and trained and trained, you know, that money is now getting allocated back into getting new recruits. Now, luckily for us, the grassroots of our sport is still the high school kids. That's where we look for them. So every now and again, you're going to have a stud in the transfer portal that you're going to fight for, but it's not like the crazy stuff I'm hearing about other sports. Ours is still the cream of the crop is the big dogs in high school. So there's those seniors. And so you can still create the puzzle, manage it, but it's a game.
That's good. So one other thing, give us a little bit about your background so that they'll know you when you're going into old school as opposed to him having to set foundations. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you come from, where did you wrestle, how to what level? Just tell us a little bit about you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I was born in Bulgaria, 4 years old. Family immigrated to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up, no sports, very C student, unmotivated.
Mm-hmm.
Sophomore year of high school, I joined wrestling.
And where at?
In Arlington, Texas.
Are you a Cowboys fan?
He's all right. No,
yeah.
He's a D-town person. He down on the south side with Stricky. I used to live in Mansfield.
Okay,
I played with the Mavericks, so I've spent some time.
Yes, sir.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Very good. Yeah.
Arlington, Texas. He all right with me.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, so that's home team.
So were you at Lamar or?
I was at Arlington High.
You were at Arlington High?
And my
Okay.
sister teaches at Martin right now.
Okay, Martin. Okay, go ahead.
So started wrestling a little later. Never won state. Came up here on a $600 book scholarship to Kearney, Nebraska. Wrestled there. Ended up 4-time All-American, 2-time NCAA champ. Wrestled 8 years after college. I made 7 World Olympic teams.
Wow.
2 world bronze medals, 1 Olympic bronze medal. So
there it is.
Hey, you say Carney, you got our boy Rico hyped back there. He's a Carney guy.
Go Lopers.
Lopers.
Go Lopers.
Ain't that
what year did you graduate?
I graduated college in 2008.
Okay.
And then competed in 2012 and 2016 Olympics. Started coaching after Rio.
Beautiful.
That's awesome. Last question. How'd you get connected in Nebraska then?
Well, Jordan Burroughs and I made a lot of teams together. And so we ended up always, a lot of, especially the back half of my career, we were always roommates.
Mm.
I would always hang out with Coach Snyder and Coach Manning. And I met my wife here. Both my best friends coach wrestling at Lincoln East High School. And so all those relationships were kept when I was coaching at Ohio State.
Mm.
And I always wanted to come back to this area. So when the opportunity came up, Coach Snyder and Coach Manning jumped on it, and I was all in.
Perfect. Well,
real quick, one last thing, because Sway's out here on the Starter Ham text line says a couple things. He says he stuck my teammate. He stuck my teammate like a thumbtack in the 2007 finals in Kearney. I saw him in the 2005 NCAAs where he was 5th, was champ in 07. And so you got people out there that know a little bit about your history. That's good. Well, we thank you. We thank you so much for joining us. Continued success as obviously your season's about to jump off. And have a good time with Old School today in DP.
Awesome, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
It'll be a blast. Don't go anywhere. First Takedown Tuesday comes your way in just a sec. For Strick and Ellie, I'm Austin. DP, Coach Travell, coming up in just a sec.
Hi, I'm State Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved